Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to continue working on part 15 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to do this. Now we're going to continue working on this. I want to add it right here as well to this gate. First, let's go to ground floor. And here we could just delete this one now. This section is not needed anymore. And then here we just need to add all these gaps with the same. So here, let's go to model in place, generic model, and then here click on extrusion. You want to pick the plane, and then after we pick the plane, we could just keep on adding this. We don't need to use array anymore or other tools. And select that, copy. I know the ends, both ends are different, but what we could do is we could just align the ones that we do. Copy that one, then just keep on adding to the corners. And then here, once we're in the last, you could just align it so that there's no gap. And then click on finish. Let's look at it at 3D, and then we could just extend it or all at once. Here we go. So that's how it looks. And that's completely different with what we have. And clearly you can see that this is the one for the door. And then what we can do is we can create something right here, either the doorknob or just a handle. I'm thinking of just a handle. Here we could just create an extrusion, pick a plane, and we could just add it to the casing right here. I'm going to add I'm just estimating around right here. And then once we have that, I'm just going to change this material to a metal material again. Click apply, OK, and then click finish. Let's look at it at 3D. We can extend this a bit. And then we're gonna add a void extrusion, and then set this one to this space. And then after that, use rectangle to create that void. Click on finish, and then we could just extend that and then cut geometry. And there we go. We have our handles for that. And that looks really good. A simple handle, and then we just did it right here. Very fast to do. Now let's go back to floor. And then here what we're gonna do is we're going to add some sidewalk. So we're gonna use model in place again, and then generic model. We're gonna do it on the same, and then here let's do extrusion. And we want to make sure that we're using concrete. Any one of this will do. And then let's just add something like this right here. Around 1200, it's good enough. And then let's split this one, SL, SL there. And maybe we could just add the same one right here as well. $1,200. Usually it's 2,000, but we could just deal with it right now. Or maybe I could just move this one right here. And then yeah, let's do the 2,000. And then here 2,000 going down. And actually I'm just gonna move this one so that we can move the floors as well. Edit boundary, just gonna use align. And then here edit boundary as well. And then I'm just gonna pull it right there. I think that's enough gap. And then just click on finish for now, and then edit this one again. This is the extrusion that we created. I already split it in two, and then I'm gonna use fillet arc. I'm just going to use something right here to box them in. Trim it first. And then use fillet arc. To do that, let's look at it at 3D and how it looks. I think that's good the way it looks right now. And then the only thing I need to do here is this floor is showing like that. Maybe I just need to extend this boundary right here. AL and up to this end. And that looks good the way everything is done there. Here I just need to height offset this one to 50 just for this one. And then now what we could do is we could add our sheets. So we need to go to sheets first, right click, click on new sheet. What we have right now is A0 metric. If we load, go back to the main, we have title blocks right here. We have different kinds of sheet. So A0 is already loaded for us. If you want to load A1, you can do so. But for me, I have A0, and then I'm just gonna press OK. Once we do that, as you can see, there's a plus now beside this. It created A1001 and it's a name. So now, like I said in the earlier video, Revit recognized the sequence, and then every time we create a new sheet, it will make it in sequence with that. So here I'm gonna do 5 sheets for now, and then once we have 5 sheets, each and every one of them, you could just double click here. Once you click and click, you could put cover sheet, and then you could also change the number. You can also go here. Once it's open, you can also change this one right here. So this one would be first floor. The second one, the second floor, and then here we have elevation and another elevation on the other side. So now in cover sheet, what we could do is we could go to ground, create a view here, go to drop down, create a camera view like that to show our camera view like that, and that looks really nice the way it's being shown. What you can do is you could put it in fine, and then now we could do graphic display. We could do shadow, casting shadows, background. You can put it to gradient, and then click apply, and that looks good. Or you could even do is realistic. So it really depends on you how you want to showcase this. You can even add sun path or remove the shadows. So here I want this one to be my, so it will be my starting view. So every time I open this, this will be the one that I want to see first. So here I can just do that, click on save, and then at the same time, this is the one that I want my picture on the cover sheet. And then you can, what you can do is you can drop it down to the cover sheet, or you can render this. So here under view we have render, and then render in cloud. We're just gonna do a local rendering, and then it will open up this. Let's do medium. You can change this all you want, but I'm just gonna render it fast. So within 22 seconds I was able to render this one. It's good enough for me. We could save it to the project as rendering. It will be right here. And then now you can also export this one, and then we could just put it right here into our folder, click close. If you go back to your cover sheet, we'll be able to select this and then drop this one right about here. The good thing about this is we'll be able to size it bigger. So that's the good part of rendering it and then saving it to your project. and then having it rendered like that. And then here we can double click there. And then another thing that I want in the sheet is some sheet list. I want my sheet list to have sheet number first, and then sheet name, and then it's up to you if you want to do all of this, but I just want this two information first. Click OK. It will be added there. Go to your cover sheet. To add it, go here and then add your sheet list right here. You can make it bigger by grabbing this one and then expanding it more. So anytime you change something, add sheets, it will be automatically added right here. So in our first floor, what we have right now is level 1 looking like that. You could close this first, and then I want to drop this level 1 first right here to see how big it is or small it is. For now, this is too small and the area is big and it's not visible. We're going to change that by going to the level itself, changing it to 1:50. As you remember, I told you this will be scaled. And then here what we're gonna do is we're gonna click all of this, focus on this area first with all our dimensions and everything, and then uncheck this again. And then now once we drop this one, it's good, it's visible, it's big enough. So before we put in our level 2, we need to change our scale again and then crop this one. And then uncheck that, click apply. Go to second floor, drag and drop, and then we have our second floor right there. If you want to edit this, what you need to do is you need to select this view first and then edit those. If you don't want level 2 to appear here, what you can do is press escape. You're still in the view. What you need to do is select here in the view, and then you can change it, the naming right here. It will change this one. So here you want it to be second floor instead of level 2. If you change it right here, it will change here as well. So I usually just change it on the title sheet unless I want everything to be changed. So at the same time, let's go to first floor. This is level 2 named. I want it to be first floor. So here, select that view and then title on sheet, first floor. So that's good. Next is elevation. We're gonna do some editing or changing a scale here as well. As you can see, it's too small. Once we add this, we need to make it bigger. So before we drop it there, what we need to do is we need to change the scale. You can also change this look. You can make it fine and then realistic. So it really depends on you, on the look that you want. 50, fine and realistic. At the same time, we need to crop this. As you can see, there's too much space going on, and the good thing about Revit is once we move it past the levels or grid, it will still show this because it recognizes that, oh, you need more space. So I'll create that space, but the information is still there. So here we could select that, move this one a little bit, and then go back here, edit all the necessary things, realistic, and then crop it. Also, I just want to show us, if you forgot to uncheck this one, it doesn't matter because it's not gonna show in the view once you print this one, like the border. So don't worry about that. For me, I just want to do it so that it's always clean. But here, if you forgot, that's not a big problem. It's just a indication for you guys. And then here we could just extend this one a bit so that everything is visible once we put it. And then change this one, click it to fine, and then realistic. So now we'll be able to add elevations instantly. Similar to that, drag and drop, then north, and then go back to the other one, click on south, and then click on west. So that's good. In order to print this, what we need to do is need to save it first. Click on print right here, choose your printer, and then right here we need to select views. And then the difference between combine and create separate files is, of course, separate files, you will print this one individually, all the sheets. That's a big hassle, so usually I use the combine. I want it to be combined on all. And then here, select, click uncheck views, and then check all. And then here you can save this one. I want everything that I check to have, and then I'll put full set. So you can always preset anything that any views that you want. And most of the time this is very useful because if you have addendum, permit, or whatever, those addendum, tenders, permit, sometimes you only choose the ones that you need to. If there's changes in addendum, basically you just need those sheets, and if you have a lot, it's going to be a hassle if you always have to print it and check this one. So you can preset everything. Press OK, and then OK again, and then it will print out. Once it prints out, you just need to save it to your file location, and then we just need to check it, see how it goes, and then most of the time it looks good. This is our cover. We have this one right here, and then there. This is the one that I was telling you if you forgot to click uncheck the crop view. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. We're probably going to go to Twinmotion now, and as you can see, everything is done and we're ready for that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.